All right, y'all. So I wanted to go over a few things about the building that, I've been, been wanting to do a video about. Now, y'all know I've been doing the walls and everything, but I wanted to go over a couple of things that if I had to do it again, what did I do wrong here on the whole building, from the slab all the way to today, right? From pouring the slab all the way to today. The number one thing I did, let's just start in chronological order. And these are all things that are not good, okay? That really held the progress up and cost me more money too. More time, energy, effort, all that. So, the first thing was the slab. I went with a 20 by 40 foot slab to begin with, and then I changed my mind once the building, I ordered the building. So I made it 30 by 40. So that took longer. It cost more money to have another team come back and do the second slab, right? When I could have had it done all in one time. Okay, that was the first mistake that I made. Number two was, while the building was being built, I guess another mistake, not really in any kind of chronological order, is I bought the shipping container thinking that the shipping container would allow me to be able to store stuff and to, create a mini shop, if you will. And it didn't do that, y'all. It just simply didn't. The shipping container is just way too hot for where I live. So that's two things. Now, after the building was constructed, a couple of critical things that I did backwards that if I could go back and do, I would. So the spray foam, the great thing to do, and all that, but I'm gonna show y'all something about the spray foam. Not the foam, but the way, in order in which I did it. See, and you can't really see it from in here. See, what I should have done is I should have done the wiring before the spray foam, okay? I don't know why I didn't. I just don't know. I really don't. Because it really would have been a lot better. Okay? So, just for instance, you see these ribs here? See, on the inside, you can't see them because of the foam, but on the inside, those ribs protrude out. And it is the perfect thing to be able to run the wires, across everywhere because of the ribs, and the ribs protrude outside of this, so you would actually have a place to go behind this with the wires, right, and be a channel, if you will, right? And that was the most critical mistake that I made. I should have done the electrical wiring, at least got the wires where I wanted them before they spray foamed. I should have put these boards, these boards, this is outside the norm. I don't know what most people do, but you got to put something on the walls, man, because if you don't, this thing rattles and everything. That was just a couple of mistakes that I made, and I'm going to highlight the mistakes too, as well as the good stuff, okay? But being able to run the wiring, through everything, and then have it foamed would be just so sweet, because like right now, this wire right here that you see going up the wall, it would be under the foam. You wouldn't even be able to see it. See? So now that I think back on it, you know, I mean, that's a freaking no-brainer, dude. So, you know, if you're going to spray foam, you know, then you got to make sure that where your wiring is, well, you should. I would if I had to do it again, put it like that. So I was just thinking in terms of, okay, I had it stuck in my head that I would, you know, just run conduit everywhere. But conduit is, you know, it's real expensive, man. You know, and I'm not saying that it's worth it or not worth it. It is, but it's not necessary to do that, right? So I put myself in a bad spot, a couple of things, by making it harder to wire this place. Because now to wire it, we're going to have to run the wires over and through the studs and everything. And see, before that phone went down, I could have just ran it behind the stud, you know, between, I mean, it would have been so easy. I don't know what, I don't know. I didn't know what I don't know, what I didn't know, you know. But yeah, that's just a couple things, you know, that I look back on and I'm noticing, okay, what am I doing here, you know? So, and not knowing is the critical part. That's why, you know, in my business, I'm always talking about knowing what you're doing and thinking about what you're doing. And, you know, in the business world, you know, you learn and you hope you don't take a big hit while you're learning. See, this is not something that's business for me. I mean, this is, you know, it's for the business and for the equipment and for me, but it's also, it's not something I do every day. It's not something I make money at, you know. I don't know what most people would put on the floor, you know, with the 5/4 board. That did cost a little bit more than just dropping the plywood on the floor. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind going all the way to the ceiling with the 5/4 board. I mean, it would be, you know. But those are just a couple things that jump out at me, you know, when I'm looking at, you know, the mistakes that I've made. And, you know, I was so wanting to get it wired up, you know, I just kept thinking, okay, the foam, and then I put the boards up, because I couldn't do the foam wiring. I mean, I couldn't do the spray foam until you know, I couldn't put the boards up until I did the spray foam. So it's really, you know, it has a lot to do, it has everything to do with the steps that you need to take. And I don't never hear nobody on YouTube talking about, okay, do this first, and then this second, and this third, and this fourth. First thing you do is you pour a slab. The second thing you do is you have the building built. And then the third thing you do is you figure out what you're going to do inside, lay out the plugs, walls, whatever you're going to do. See, if I didn't put, you know, walls like this in, what would I do? I mean, there ain't no way that I'm going to have a building that doesn't have walls. And then if you're going to put spray foam in, you got to cover the spray foam with something. I mean, you just got to, man, because, well, the spray foam's not that, it's not a structural thing. You know, you'll punch a hole in it real quick, you know. So, yeah. Those are just a few of the things that I wanted to talk about real quick before I get back on wrapping this up on this side over here. We're going to go ahead and, well, we might go ahead and run those three boards to the door. I really need to figure out what I'm going to put right there on the other side of the door. I got plenty of plywood, so I may just use plywood, man, because I got this piece here. You know, I mean, Yeah. I got this piece right here, and that's for that hole. And then I got this piece right here, or that piece right there for that hole. So, yeah. But y'all see I got 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 or 5 outlets plugged in, plus the wire. The lights are wired too. Yeah. It's coming along, man. It's coming along. And I need to go on and get this wall done. I keep putting, I just need to go on and bite the bullet and wrap the damn woodworking stuff up. So then I can focus on, you know, the Omni wall and all that. Just seems like every time I get up here and get started on something that I haven't had time to, you know, fool with the Omni wall. So, yeah. Peace out.